All right, so here we have another interesting game between.
Kortschnoj and Bobby Fischer.
All right.
Well, again, we have a very nice game for black. I mean, black is winning in King's Indian, which is not always the case. But the game from Kasparov and the game from Bobby now, they represent both a very good revenge for everything black suffers in King's Indian, usually, you know. So you'll see again, this is very, very strong punishment from Bobby, you know, who could win a fantastic game against Kortschnoj. Again, a very strong opponent, of course. So almost the same idea for white, you see. Knight f3 and bishop e2. Cast, knight f3, e5.
The idea being to play a quiet game or...
No, this is opening. I mean, the normal opening for white, you know.
Okay.
But, of course, white can play something else. I mean, here, instead of pushing d5, he could took in the e5, which gives nothing, or play bishop e3. Again, very complicated, but again, black has no problem at all, I mean, in the opening. So from here, everything is theory. Later on, they found a new idea for white by playing knight e1, knight d3. Also very complicated, but knight d2 was the main line. Knight d2, okay.
In the 70s.
Yeah, knight d2, c5 is very good move. a3, white tries to play on the queen side very quickly, you know, with the move b4. White tries to play something very quickly on the queen side, yeah. So knight e8, b4, b6, okay. Until now, theory. Everything is clear. White plays on the queen side, black has to play on the other side, you know, king side. Okay. So f5. Typical. So now f4. a4, all right. g5. The alternative here, instead of g5, is to accept the challenge and take him b4. Rook takes b4. Knight c7, knight a6 with the idea knight c5. Also very strong for black. There's no problem at all. If you have the knight in b5, everything is perfect, you know. But that was
So knight
some
c7, knight c7.
another line. Instead of g5, he could take immediately in b4, rook takes b4, knight c7 with the idea knight a6, knight c5. Excellent for black also.
Knight c5, okay.
Yeah. If you arrive with the knight in c5, it's very good, yeah. But the idea was to play on the other side. I mean, Bobby accepts the fact that he lets his opponent to play there on the queen side, and he comes on the other side, you know, against the king, you know. All right. So he took. And now knight b3. You see, the idea is white comes on the queen side, but is against the wall, you know, doing nothing. Even if you win a pawn later on, it's nothing compared with the black's initiative on the other side, against the king, you know. This is the problem.
Can be fatal.
Yeah. So king, rook g6. And the idea is coming very quickly with black here. So knight f6. He's threatening already g4. King h1, okay, g4. Now after g4, you have to accept the challenge. What to do? If you take in g4, it's very dangerous. If you don't take in g4, again, black has a very strong initiative against the king. So the position is already very unpleasant for white, you see. So knight takes g4, rook f3. For the moment, he could defend everything, but the position already is, as I told you before, very dangerous because he's against the king. You know, this is the problem. You know? So that we'll see the technique from Bobby.
It's not comfortable for...
It's very unpleasant, you know.
Unpleasant, yes.
Yeah. Even if you resist, it's very unpleasant, you know. If you don't lose in a few moves or something, but it's very unpleasant because you don't have counterplay. You have to accept the fact that your opponent is trying to attack you and you have to defend all the time, you see. It's very unpleasant. So h3, knight g6. So, okay, he's trying to come to h4. So what to do?
So now the knight is attacked?
Yeah, he has to go back, of course, with the king. So here he changes the plan, Bobby, very good plan again. Knight h8 with the idea knight f7 and knight to g5. Big initiative on these important squares, you see. As I told you before, it's no counterplay at all here for white, you see.
So he has time. bishop.
Yeah, he has time to come back, very,
To come with plan.
without problems, move by move and so on. And White has to look at this position, you see. Knight f7, bishop f3. Okay, he put the bishop there, but black is coming. Knight g5. What to do? And now, again, he changes the plan. Now he wants to take in h3. So the only move is to go away with the king. Not in h1. He didn't like to go to h1 because it was, again, very passive. He came to f1.
To escape,
again,
run
again is too late because now he has time to sacrifice. Yes. Knight h3 check, takes, demonstration here. Takes, knight g4 check immediately, has to take back with the bishop, and he resigned, no?
He resigned here.
He resigned, it's no move. What to do? He moves, for instance, queen f1 check, queen f1.
Yes.
King h4 check and resign. Terrible, If you lose only the queen, it's very little if you lose only the queen, but you get mated here, of course,
Yeah.
Terrible line,
Beautiful.
Yeah. Well, that was Bobby. Bobby and the others. Bobby and the others.
Bobby and the others.
If you can beat Kortschnoj like this, it's terrible, It's a true demonstration because Kortschnoj was always one of the best in the world. He destroyed Kortschnoj here in that game.
Wow. Nice, beautiful.
Yeah. Fantastic game,
Yeah.
So, demonstration from Fischer, demonstration from Kasparov, highest level in chess, you see, like
Nice.
this. Yeah.
Beautiful. I like it. Thank you, Mr. Gheorghiu.
You're welcome.